Hello, 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 hello. Yvette Sojourner here. Listen, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. How else is all this goodness going to be spread across the YouTubeverse and interweb? This is the place and the space where luxury meets authenticity. Today, we are going to talk about how to style Hermes silk scarves. Yes, it has finally happened. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I am not a specialist when it comes to this. This is why it has taken so long for me to do this video, because this is not my expertise. I am not comfortable talking about things that I am not an expert on. Hence, there are a lot of things like that I kind of just stay away from, but because you requested it, it kind of forces me to do it. So I am going to do this in front of you. And I'm just gonna say, the one thing I am relying on very heavily, as you can see I'm shifting and looking, is my phone. I have chosen several styles that I will try, and they're actually from the Hermes website. There are several things that I will be using throughout this video. The first is a couple of scarf rings, and both of these are from Hermes. Next, I'll be using these scarf magnets, and I got these specifically from Hoot Hijab. I will insert the information in the description box and also the name on the screen so that you can see that. Ultimately, they're just magnets that stick together, and they're so nice to use in comparison to using potentially like pins of some sort. Oh, and then I have this cap. I wanted to show you this. I have a knitted cap that I wear. This one in particular I got from Hoot Hijab as well. I like to wear this when I have my natural hair. It just helps to keep everything more manageable underneath the silk scarf. So that's a little cheat that I use. And today I'm using the Hermes Kelly belt with palladium hardware. And there's two more things. I am going to use a couple hats. This one comes from, I'll just insert the name of the company this particular hat comes from. This one is basically just a Lululemon cap. And because I don't have my regular cap, I'm gonna use the one where I just leave my ponytail out. So you'll only be seeing this part. I believe that is all of the items I will be using in today's video. Regardless, you are going to see me as I do this, and I have to admit, I'm very nervous because I don't know what's gonna happen. You have seen me try things on. It is not my forte. Like, I do not like, trying things on, modeling things. I just don't. Even in the video where I had picked up two silk scarves, and I tried to style them, oh my God, I only showed you one clip. I only showed you one clip from that experience because it was just atrocious what happened. I just don't know. But I am becoming an Hermes silk scarf enthusiast. So because of that, I am willing and open to learn, especially behind closed doors. But because all of you were so interested, here I am. I am here to do this thing. As I'm using each individual piece, I will put the size down on the piece. I also want to add one thing. If you're interested in Hermes silk scarves, I am going to share with you a tip that I learned as I've gone through the process, and that is, if you go to the website and just click on a scarf that you're interested in and scroll down, you will get the description and history of that particular scarf. So that to me is like a gold mine because all the information is there for you. The other option you have when it comes to learning about the scarves is ask the SA. I have found that SAs are so willing to share details about scarves, especially if they themselves own them. I love having that discussion. It's so rich and enlightening. So let's get into the styling. I think I'm over here trying to procrastinate or just, hope that it's not gonna happen, but it's happening today. I have all the scarves here waiting and ready. Let's get into it. Now, when I first started frequenting Hermes and I got my first silk scarf, I had no clue as to what I actually liked or wanted. I just knew that I would be able to use a silk scarf because I've used numerous scarves when it comes to wrapping my hair. It took time to figure out what size was going to be the best size for me. And it's always between the 70 and 90, but I am going to say the 90 is my absolute favorite size. I don't care about any other size. The 90 is my favorite. I still love the 70. It's between the two, the 70 and 90, but the 90 is my all-time favorite. I just feel that I could do so much more, and it gives me a look like a Lena Horne, Grace Kelly type of look, right? That I'm just like, oh yeah, every time I put it on, it's like, I'm tapping into that diva in me. So let's get into the size 90. And since for the size 70, I went with like a comic book cartoonist style, I'm gonna do the same thing with the 90 because why not? Why not? Oof, it's just, I love this scarf. I love the size. This one in particular is one that is double-sided. So it's even more versatile because each side has its own appeal, but each side is really like its own individual scarf. So I get 2 scarves for one. So I'm gonna fold this over. I will show you what I've done before so like this. So it's very similar to the bigger Tweely. And then I'm gonna loosen it. So if I were to have on a coat, I could wear it this way and actually loosen it more to have more fabric and more volume. See that? And then I would just tuck this part into the jacket. I have my cheat sheet. I'm using my phone and I'm like, okay, hopefully this works out. I'm using the same scarf, but I'm gonna flip it to the other side so that you can see that. I'm folding it into the triangle. Then I'm gonna tie it around my neck. This is one of my all-time favorite ways of wearing this scarf as well. Besides on my head, this part I love. You have some options here. The first option is you can leave it as is, or you can tie it here. As such, I don't believe I would do it this way because that would bother me. And you could tie it as such, or this is where the scarf rings come in handy. You just put this one through. Let's see if I can show you. And let me show you with this one. So if you see, and then you pull that one through. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And voila, here we go. It's very nice. These scarf rings are amazing. They add a layer of style to any of the scarves you have. You just have to learn how to use them and which scarf ring is for what. Because when you have, for instance, and this is a side note, one of the bigger wool scarves, you don't want to use the smaller scarf ring. what you want is one of the bigger scarf rings. I did not know that at first. I actually learned this on my own. So I'm hoping I can prevent you from going through that. So with this look, you can leave it this way. This is what I've done in the past and I've loved it. The other thing I've done is I will tie this under here, just a quick tie, and wear it this way. This is another way I've seen people wear it. You pull it down like that, as such. So there's space here. You see how you can see my necklaces now, right? That's the look you're going for. Then you just leave these hang. Now I am going to pull it back and I'm going to use this scarf ring. I'm going to take these two ends and pull them through. See that? Then I'm going to pull them through this end as well. And voila. Okay, so now I'm on this one. Oh Lord, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if I could do this, but we'll see. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna flip it again, and I just don't know what they've done with this. It looks. This is me trying to be brave for all of you. I'm like, okay, so I'm taking the ends, wrap it around my neck. And I'm supposed to tie this. Okay, it's not, okay, yeah, it's not too bad. So I can do that. Let me make sure I can tie that. In this picture, they tuck it. And there you have it. So it's tied in the back, then the front. I think if I did this, I would just hide this bit and just wear it this way. But in the picture, the person's thinner, so the material, of course, hangs more than this, unless I use the bigger scarf. I don't know if I'll do that, but we'll see. We're gonna fold the scarf in half, this triangle. I'll keep saying it, but it's the easiest way to explain this or describe it. And then how is this tied? I don't even know how this is. What is this? I don't know if I'm doing this right. Okay, this one I am not sure about. I'm going to tuck this a little just so that it's not, you know, I can actually tuck it into my bra strap. You can't see that. And then I tucked it here on the side. And this is a look. Now, this isn't exactly how it looks in the image, and I will insert that image, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm using the wrong size scarf or if I'm just, you know, not the, you know, I don't know. But this is what I've come up with because there's no way of me to actually know what this I don't know. I think this is fine if you want to wear it this way. I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, I just don't know. Well, nah, such is life. Once again, I'm folding it in half. And ultimately, I'm just tying it behind me. Of course, you would have to imagine it without the shirt underneath it. But even with the shirt underneath it, it doesn't look that bad because of the white. But yeah, so it is, I like this one. I don't know that I would wear it, but it worked. That's what I'll say. This one worked. I like that. Oof, this one is going to be a little challenging because I just don't know that this is going to work the way it looks in the, maybe if I, So what they did on the Hermes website, I just don't know how they styled that. But what I can do is use the magnets and wear it like this. And I would tuck this in or actually leave it loose. It's completely up to you as far as your preference. But yeah, I would just put the magnets on and wear it this way. At least I know it's secure, it won't fall off, and it will look lovely. Sideways and all the other things that they've done, I just don't know how they do it. I just do not know. I'm interested, but at the same time not interested enough that I want to spend my day looking that up. I just don't. Now we're getting into something that I can actually do and will fit and will work for me. Okay, so you get your scarf. Now you can do this with a 70 or a 90. We're gonna tie the opposite ends. I normally do not use my scarves in this manner, but for all of you I will try this because it's yeah, it seems fun, so why not. And what they did in the picture is they tied that one there, so I'll show you with this one. Looped it through. I'm going to do it the opposite way. So I'm going to this way and then I'm going to tie it as such. See that? And you take this in and boom, you have a bag. This is where the magnets come in handy. Then you don't have to tie that way. So this is the other way that I've seen. Ultimately, all you're doing is tying it on the side at the top. You're just allowing the scarf to drape. So in the picture, it's like this. What I would do is I would actually do it this way and then use my Kelly belt. Voila. From the front, it looks fabulous. I would toss a blazer over this because in the back, of course, there's nothing. But then again, why not? If you want to, just you know, squirt it this way. You can make it fluffier or flatten it a little. Let's see. Yeah. And I tuck the inside here so it looks more put together. It adds a little shape. Okay, I made that one up just now. I know it's probably everywhere, but I just made that one up because in the picture I just was not even going to try to mess with what they showed there. No, some things I just know for a fact, like, it's not even worth trying. Let's move on to the next one. Now, this is how I wear my scarf and how I love wearing this size 90. This is why I have fallen in love with this size. So, as you can see, I've halved it. Now, remember, if you want more material, you basically just allow it to drape more instead of less, like a perfect triangle, making it a perfect half. This is one thing I'll point out. When you're tying this scarf, right? You see how it's on. We've already halved it or put it in the triangle at the length that we want as far as the material. The next thing is, do you want to tie the back over the material or under the hair? Because this is over the material, right? This is one way that I like to wear this scarf. I think that when you see me, this is how I am wearing it. So my ears are kind of showing, or allow my hair to just, you know, be out a little bit. So this is the second way, and that is tying it underneath the hair. So the hair is more covered in comparison to the way it was before when my hair was kind of out. And that is the beauty of the silk scarf. So you have options. Explore those options. That is ultimately what I'm trying to say. Explore the options that you have. If it's something you haven't tried before, try it out and see for yourself if it'll work for you or not. You never know unless you try. And that is what I'm doing today with all of you. So I have worn this scarf both ways. I prefer it like this when I am traveling because I can protect my hair, but I personally really fell in love with it when I tied it on and it was this way. And then I got a message from my hubby is Louis Vuitton, and after that I immediately started to push myself to step outside my comfort zone when it came to the scarves. I have to say the only time I've actually rocked a scarf was to bed because that was just the way I was raised. So now being able to wear them the way that I am is just amazing. There's no words to how I feel about being able to wear a silk scarf, and for it to be Hermes is just icing on the cake. I love my Hermes silk scarves, and this of course is just the beginning. I will be potentially getting more depending on what comes out and what's released. I cannot wait. So this is a very easy way to build upon this style, and that is just pull the back to the side, and there you have it. So easy, but it adds something to the look, right? Thank you for joining me. Until next time.